Alright, hey guys, what's going on? Man, do I have a video for you guys today. So, this is going to be pretty much explaining how I make the majority of my gold, how I've been doing it for the entire expansion, and how I made 1,000,000 gold, pretty much, at the start of this expansion, and I'm still profiting crazy. I call this method a gold dupe because it pretty much is. You buy stuff and then you just sell it one to one right back. It's kind of crazy. The results you can work up with here. So pretty much what you're gonna be doing is, well, right now you see me breaking down herbs, milling them down into pigments. Looks like I'm dropping a bit of frames here. Here, we'll go to org. Um, so it looks a bit cleaner. Um, you know what, first, before we do that, so these, you need to buy a bunch of these. I'll just buy like an extra 2,000, I think I have. Yeah, I have a little bit. Oh, whoops. I have a bit on me. So we'll get to org here, and I'll be explaining how everything works. So pretty much what you're using is if you've seen here, inscription. I'll get to org here in a second. But yeah, pretty much what you're doing is you're buying herbs and you're milling them down, and then you're creating inks. So at the start of the expansion, the way I made historically, the way I made most of my gold is I would just let me get here for a second. I would sell Vantis runes. So I tried selling these. That was not going too well. I'm like, man, why am I not making? My skill was also lower when I was trying this. This was a tier 1 and this was tier 2 over here. So trying to sell Vantis runes and that range is terrible. Like, I'll look at the price of runes right now. Yeah, look at that. 30 gold a pop. Like, I literally bought 80 when I saw the price yesterday. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, it's only worth buying these and selling these. You're not gonna profit in this range at all. Um, so I'm like, man, I'm just losing money, making these runes. So I figured as well, which is something a lot of people should realize this expansion. Go into specializations here. So here's the town tree to go down making Vantis runes, right? You would go here, get the sub, boom, boom, and then yep. And then this is the one for like making trinkets and whatnot. And then this is the one for just general efficiency. So I assumed everyone is like, okay, we're gonna go down here, and you know, making. I didn't fully understand the profession system yet, so I thought just savings, you know, the materials and being resourceful, was probably the route everyone was going. I did this with no guide at all. I figure everything out on my own. So I maxed this first, or I got this to what it could. You know, it's not maxed yet. Eventually, this like the profitability on this just scales as well, which is crazy. Because the more points you put in here, had I allocated these better, I would make more money. Like these resourcefulnesses actually all add up. Like an extra 25%. You're gonna notice that. You know what I mean? So what I went and did is got the points I could in here until I could subspec. Go into flawless inks, because you want the multi-craft. Right here, multi-craft grants up to 50 extra inks. Huge. You'll multi-craft. I think the highest I've gotten, I mean, probably the max you can get to is 10. And I'll explain why that's huge in a second here. And then next I went into milling, because I buy the herbs. So um, milling 10% faster is also pretty, like, decently big. It might not sound like it, but it saves you time in the long run, because while this gold method is AFK gold making, it's very time consuming. You have to, this is kind of something you set up and then you click create all, and then you kind of step away for like 30 minutes, you know what I mean? So in here, we'll see. We'll go to the auction house and explain this. Oh, by the way, my credentials, just in case no one believes me, I don't have 1,000,000 right now because I just bought all these herbs I'm about to break down into a batch of inks. You can see here though, this has been the relative growth of this. So yeah, it's been moving pretty well. Oh yeah, best time I've noticed as well to buy herbs. It's morning right now, so you always want to buy your herbs and stuff in the morning, and towards night is when prices start to spike again. I'm assuming that's for raid and whatnot. Makes sense. So yeah. So the main ones here, once you get all those talents and whatever. Um, Also make sure when swapping professions you have a little bit of extra artisan's metal, or it could kind of mess up the progress and profit you can make. But also you also have to realize, as what I just explained there with the runes, I didn't profit in the runes because I'm not specialized in that. I'm not a good rune maker. I'm a good ink creator. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm gonna sell the inks, the raw mats. So, and that's what ended up being profitable. So here we go. Here we have Bubble Poppy. I think Bubble Poppy is like, one of the rarest, not rarest necessarily, but one of the most sought after herbs because it's used a lot in alchemy and for a lot of ingredients and inscription it's used for, and a couple other things. So right now these prices are matched, you can see. So Bubble Poppy will mill down into, let's see, do I have any Serene ink, and then you'll use that to make or it'll make mill down to Serene pigment, and then you make Serene inks with that. So you can see here, for instance, with Multicraft, I buy 1,000 Bubble Poppy, for instance. Right now I bought 3,000. That's the next batch I'm gonna do. That 3,000, we'll use that example. That 3,000 will most likely turn into around 7,000 plus, I'd say. 8,000. It really depends on multi-craft procs and resourcefulness. But pretty much the more talent points you have in there, the more profitable this becomes. With all the points I have, it's pretty profitable for me. It's pretty much 1-to-1. So you see here, Serene Ink is selling for 98, and Bubble Poppy is selling for like 99, pretty much. You know what I mean? So you're pretty much selling back at a 1-to-1 rate. This is just the prices currently. Sometimes Serene Ink goes up, and Bubble Poppy goes down. It's vice versa. Usually Bubble Poppy kind of goes up through the night, and it'll go around the 120 range, and then Serene Ink stays around here-ish or whatever, or goes down a little bit, whatever. You know. So you're pretty much selling with a 1-to-1 ratio. If you buy 1,000 and then you're selling back 1,000 plus, it's immediate profit. Now the only problem that comes with that is I'll go here and we'll actually get to crafting them. So here I have a couple. We can start creating it. It takes about 3 seconds, I think it is, to create each one. So eventually you can even upgrade your crafting speed, and your crafting speed will help you make more money. All of these stats, except for inspiration, um, will help you just make more gold. When the new equipment comes out, more gold faster. Um, Inspiration is kind of a useless stat in my opinion, unless it's for novelty items. I've been saying, like items like Vantis runes. It's really important to get inspiration procs, and that's what the talent tree gives you. I mean, if you see here for me, my inspiration is like 9%. If you were a rune binder, it would be at 20%, for example. And they work off of getting these procs. So the more inspiration procs they're just slamming out, the more gold you would get. Because you see that only the level 3 Vantis runes are selling. But so now here, I'm not getting any multi-craft procs or Oh, see, there we go. Top tier multi-craft. Literally, this is the max you can get is 10. So I literally just use the mats of 1 to get 10 there. So I mean, eventually all these are gonna add up, and you'll be able to sell them all right back. And these sell near instantly. It's not giving me the sell rates on TSM for them right now. Currently, I don't know why, but these will sell. They typically sell around nightish time as well. Not usually during the morning. So usually what I'll do is I'll wake up in the morning, log in, buy a bunch of herbs. um, I kind of go through the process of milling them down, whatever, yada yada. This is like the part that you kind of have to be somewhat here by. I mean, it doesn't take much long, probably like 5-10 minutes to wait for all of these to mill down. Then there's also these Aachen blooms you can see.
Got the best deals
You need these. These are very cheap. Like if I want 2,000, it's only 10k. Um, so this is like the quickest part of it. You'll be milling these down, and then when you're ready to step away, I mean this will probably turn into like I'm assuming like over 1,000 inks to make. So there's no way. So I would yeah, pretty much you got to do something. You got to step away. I'd recommend this like maybe if you're on your main character, or if you have a second account even. This is huge. This is crazy. You can literally just throw this on your other monitor, play WoW, and literally just be farming gold 24/7. Me personally, if I know I have to go out for 2-3 hours at some point, all right, get some mills, ground up, queue up, and then queue up however many inks, and you're literally making gold as you're not even there. Now, there's a way you can literally even turn this into a mobile game, a mobile farm. Small cut there, I had to take a phone call. But as I was saying, you could literally even turn this into a mobile game. And I can probably get into that a little more in depth if you guys really want to see. But like, dude, you can automate this to like a crazy degree. And it's not even like botting or anything. I mean, you're still putting in the inputs and everything. For instance, like, I'm not going to get into it too much. If you guys really want to know how, you could literally just use a remote desktop, queue all these up, say a batch finishes while you're away, literally just log in, you know, buy the mats, and then just get these going. You could literally make gold literally 24 hours a day. So if you guys want a little bit of a better breakdown or whatever, what else you guys want to see, let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.